Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. I'm going to do gold and silver technical analysis, do our daily update, and I'm going to do a little bit of training before this on some trading. So training on trading is what we're going to do, and I'm just going to give you a couple of things that I look for in the charts, and I can do this pretty quick. So when I look at charts, I can flick through them like that. But for you guys, I'll go a lot slower, and I'll try to describe what I see in the charts and what I'm looking for. And I did this in Paint. I just want to show you kind of what I'm looking for. So here we go. Again, this is just my financial opinion. We're going to jump right in. So I've got this here, and we've got different candlesticks. Each candlestick is a trading day. This big candlestick body is an up day. It's green, it's up, and that's what we want to see. A reversal pattern could be something that has a wick on the bottom, which means that it opened here, it traded down throughout the day and reversed and closed higher. Here is one that is opposite. It has the wick at the top, which could be a topping pattern potentially, where it opens here, goes up, but closes down. The momentum's coming down, but it's still an up day. We can have large down days where they open up and close lower. And we can have black candlesticks, and the black candlesticks means that it opened up, like far up, but closed lower, but it was still an up day, and it traded throughout the day where this wick is. Whenever you see a small candlestick and then a large candlestick behind it, engulfing it, which means that the opening and closing price of this candlestick is engulfed in the body of the one behind it. And it's a red candlestick. It's called a bearish engulfing pattern, which means it's going to go lower. We can also see that if you're trading higher, the opening and closing prices are getting closer and closer together. The body lengths are contracting. And eventually we go to a point where it goes to a reversal point, and we're probably going to head lower statistically. And you usually see this pattern coupled with a couple of big down days next to it, which means that the selling pressure is big and the buyers have no response to the selling pressure, which means it's probably going to continue lower. Conversely, with the bearish engulfing, we can have bullish engulfings, which means it's going to go up. And when you can see multiple bullish engulfings, bullish meaning that this candlestick engulfs these three before it, then we have a slow leak off of sellers, and then there's another big candlestick that's engulfing these as well. More than likely, statistically, you're going to head higher. And the statistical probabilities go up if you can also tack on fundamentals, ratios, and anything else that you can tack on behind it that gives you confluence. Confluence is the merging of information that you can get at a bunch of different things. So if the entire sector is putting in bullish engulfings, it's a stronger indicator than just one stock that is doing it. You don't want to hang on to one thing. You want to get an entire picture, so the entire picture is supporting whatever you're trying to do. Now, looking at the dollar, we got the dollar a little bit of strength today. We've been going down in gold today. Looking at the dollar, we're up 93, almost 94. We came up a little bit. We're going to throw in some patterns here. So we're coming off this support line right here. And we're basically creating this pattern here. And we back tested, and we're probably going to head higher, which we did head higher today. So that's what we're looking at. And if you remember what I'm talking about with the candlesticks, two big up days, big body candlesticks, smaller bodies coming down, little wick at the bottom. We touched this resistance support line, and then we're heading back on up. So I think the dollar is probably going to strengthen. We've got TNX. Again, we have this nice big move higher with the candlestick body length. See how the opening and closing prices contracted here? We had a little bit of a pullback, and now we're just bouncing on higher. So I think this is probably going to continue higher. And we have inflation. We're seeing oil go up rapidly. I see no reason why the 10-year U.S. Treasury yield shouldn't go higher. Now here's gold. We're looking at gold, and I just want to circle a couple things here. We've got that there. Let me put no fill here. We've got these big, you can see them all over the place. There's two of them right there. There's two of them right there. You can see all these big down days, the big down days here. Big buying pressure, big bearish engulfing, sells down, big selling pressure, big selling pressure, big selling pressure, big selling pressure. I don't see the buyers stepping in and putting big buying pressure to the upside. So I am still thinking that this has got to take some time before we reverse this trend. I mean, we do have some big buying pressure right here, but it's only one day. We got to continue this to the upside. I want to see the buyers step in, and I see a lot of selling pressure on these big down days and not much buying pressure. It's mainly downward that I'm seeing, and we can see the contraction up here where I think this may roll over and come back down for silver. And this one looks a little better with big buying pressure and the small sell-off days. So this could go higher. We also have a trend line that goes through here that we've broken to the upside, and it's looking better. So that's what it looks like for platinum there. Broke out, and we're kind of resting on top of the trend line. Now looking at the CRB to S&P 500 index here, I mean, we are doing absolutely incredible here for a breakout. I mean, there's your breakout. Clear as day, breaking out like no other. The CRB index is outperforming the S&P 500, no doubt, and it's broken out. GDX, again, I'm looking for those candlesticks, and I don't see too many. I see one here to go to the upside, but it failed. It failed and sold back off. So I don't see any bottoming patterns yet. I don't see anything to be excited about. In fact, I think this is probably, it could potentially head lower. We've got a nice big sell-off day here and no buying pressure response. So we could still head lower, sideways to lower. And I'm looking for Endeavor Silver. We got this big sell-off day here. It looks like it's trying to get some support. This is a hammer. It could reverse a little bit. We have to see buyers step in here and lay down some fat candlesticks, some big body buying pressure. If not, I don't see the turnaround. I mean, we put a bullish engulfing here. That's statistically to go up, but we continue to sell off. It's ridiculous how this sell-off is. We've got another big sell-off day right here and here. Bearish engulfing, which means it's probably going to head lower. Wheat and precious metals, bearish engulfing here. We could head lower still. I don't see any support or anything turning it around. Sandstorm, we do have a big bearish engulfing here. We do have a hammer pattern. I mean, we got to get the buyers to step in. I got to see buying pressure. I don't see buying pressure, which means that it's still coming under pressure. At least this is at least a bullish engulfing here. We got a bearish engulfing here. This is a fight between the buyers and sellers, and we'll see which way it goes next trading day. Anglo Gold Ashante is at least going on up, so that looks pretty good. And then we've got Barrick Gold coming on down. Again, this is a bullish engulfing here, hammer pattern. It's a fight here. It doesn't look too bad, but it's fighting. But I haven't seen the big turnarounds on the precious metals, the continuous contracts. I don't see it on GDX or SILJ or any of these other ones. It looks like we could still head lower. I got to see the buyer step in. I got to see that buying pressure. If they're not laying down fat buying pressure, big candlesticks with the big bodies saying, "Hey, look, we're here." I don't see it. They're not here. Or if I just don't see it. So I'm relaxing. I'm not doing anything. I'm not buying anything. I'm just letting this stuff fall and looking for a bottom. I don't see a bottom yet, to me. If you guys like this content, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.